All right, so thank you everybody for joining me. It's Tuesday, May 12th. I mean, it's late enough in the day that you probably should know what day of the week it is, but just in case not, it's Tuesday. So that is our build workout, so focusing on strength tonight. So again, if you missed my overview, the weights that you'll need, dumbbells or water bottles or something to do a bent over reverse fly, so squeezing your shoulder blades together. One weight for a goblet squat, you'll hold the weight in the center, one weight on the side for a reverse lunge, and then something that you can lift from chest height to overhead as you're kneeling. So those are our weight needs. We have 3 supersets of exercises. So the first 2 are upper body, lower body, and then the last set is core focused. And we're going to be going through for a 9-minute set, but you'll go through 3 reps of each at your own pace continuously for the first 3 minutes. I'll talk you through this as we go through it, but then 6 reps and then 9 reps. So each of the 9-minute sets is broken down into 3-minute segments with increasing repetitions, and it's at your own pace. If you have the option of heavier versus lighter weights, go with the heavier weights because it's at your own pace, and the total number of reps is relatively small. So that being said, we will go ahead with our warm-up. So we're going to start down on all fours. And we're going to do a quad or a glute abduction, hip abduction. So from a quadruped stance, open your leg out like you're opening up a book. It's 10 each side. So what you really want to focus with on this is that you're just working that hip hinge. You're not twisting your center. You don't want to open your chest and your center out to the side. It's just hinging at the hip, opening out like a book. And again, it's 10 each side. So once you've done 10 on one side, go ahead and do 10 on the other. After 10 each side, you'll come up to standing. And we're doing a Spider-Man lunge, but we're going to step forward into this lunge. So I'm going to start on my left side, stepping forward, hands down, and then left hand up, hands back down. Drive back up to standing. And I'm going to go ahead and alternate sides. So step forward, hands down, right hand up, and drive back up to standing. 5 each side. So a little different than our standard Spider-Man because we're stepping forward and then driving back up to standing. Five each side on those. And you're opening internally, so you're opening towards the side of the knee that's forward. Once you've done those, we'll do 5 each side, single leg deadlift. Now my leg that I'm kicking back behind me, I'm not going to keep it straight. I'm going to bend at the knee, just helps with balance a little bit. Let your fingertips just fall heavy. Hinge at the hip. Come back up. 5 each side. I'm going to go ahead and do all 5 on one side before I switch. And again, it's not necessarily about reaching your hands to the floor. Think of it as just dead weight out in front of you. Hinge at the hip, nice. See if you can get that on that last one. Get your heel up a little bit higher in the back. And hello, Facebook Live. Thank you for joining us. 5 each side. So once you've done 5 on the one side, go ahead and do 5 on the other. And then realize if you did your strong side first or not. I'm going to blame the fact that I live in an old house and the floors are uneven. That's why I'm wobbly tonight. It's a real reason. 5 each side. After your 5th, we'll do an overhead squat. We'll do 10 of them. So reaching your hands up overhead, working to keep your torso upright, squat up and down. Keeping your hands up as high as you can. Making sure though that as you focus on keeping your hands up, that's to keep your chest upright, to keep your back straight. What you don't want to do is arch through your back. And you know, if your fingertips touch the ceiling, you don't have to reach all the way up. 10 of those. When we're done with those, we come down on the mat and we're going to do a 30-second side plank. So I'll watch the timer. We're ready? Let's go. And 3, 2, 1. Come on down. We'll switch sides. Give everyone a second to flip over. And come on up. That's halfway. Five seconds to go. 3, 2, 1. Come on down. And then come up. And we do 20 skaters. Using the space that you have, step same side foot back as the hand that's reaching forward. If you have the space and you're not going to bump your head against the ceiling, give it a little hop in the middle. 20 total. Or slow it down. Give it a nice deep reach. You don't have to hop. And again, we're doing 20 total, 10 out to each side. Touching down, fingertips down, keep your gaze up. All right, when you're done with those, we'll go ahead and I'll walk you through our first superset. So again, it's 3 supersets. Each one is 9 minutes long, but they're broken down into 3 kind of subsets, and those determine how many repetitions we're doing. So our first 2 exercises. All right, bent over, which is hinging at the hip. Now it's not a forward fold, you're not all the way over. You do want a little bit of an angle to your torso. Weights, 1 in each hand. Squeeze your shoulder blades up and together. So we're doing a fly. So you'll do 3 of those, and then we'll move on to our second exercise, which is a single side weighted reverse lunge. So I have the weight in the side of the foot that I'm stepping back with. Step back, drive up through that front heel. So 3 of those. So for the first 3 minutes, you'll do 3s. 3, 3, 3. It's at your own pace. You just keep going. If you need a break, take it. For the next 3 minutes, then we go up to 6 reps, and then the next 3 minutes, we go to 9 reps. And the single-sided exercises all the way through this. So like with the reverse lunge, you'll do 3 on one side, 3 on the other, 6, 6, so on and so forth. And then I'll intro the next exercises when we come to that. All right, we ready? Thumbs up. Good. Everyone have their weights ready for the bent over fly. You'll need one weight in each hand. Our 3 minutes starts in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So we're doing 3 repetitions. And then you switch. 3 reverse flies, and then 3 reverse lunges on each side. And just keep alternating between them. On that bent over fly, make sure you're pulling your belly button up towards your spine. You're not arching your back, nice and strong. And I know 3 seems ridiculous, like it takes no time at all. But it's 3 plus 3 plus 3. Then we'll get to 6. Trust me, you'll feel it. Minute 30 to go. Make sure that you're bending over just a little bit on those flies. You don't want to be upright because then it's into your deltoids. It's like a lateral raise if you're upright. So you want to be forward so that you're squeezing your shoulder blades up and together. So while I say I want to see your gaze, you should still be hinged forward, but then chest up a little bit. Good. And it's not a row as well. So keep whatever bend you have to your arms, you're going to keep it the whole time. I'm seeing a little bit of rowing going on there. Rows are great exercises, but we did them last night. We're not doing them tonight. Nice. We have about 30 seconds to go, so continue alternating 3s and 3s, 3s and 3s. You take a break when you need to. We don't get a break until the end of this 9 minutes. Ten seconds. Again, on those flies, drop the weight if you need to. All right, 6 reps each. Six reps each. Again, squeezing those shoulder blades up and together. So kind of like gorilla arms. When I've done youth fitness, I've said, okay, gorilla arms, right? Imagine your arms out in front. Keep that positioning. Squeeze the shoulder blades up and together. Upright through the chest and torso as you reverse lunge. We're doing 6 each side now. On those reverse flies, I'm going to keep, I'm watching. Keep the arms, keep the shape of the arm the same way. I'm seeing a little bit of raising up. Your arms shouldn't be raising up in this plane. It's squeezing the shoulder blades together. So almost think that you're trying to bring your elbows together in the center of your back, which no way will you be able to. But it's elbows together, shoulder blades and elbows together in the back. Better. We have 1:10 to go. And I apologize, I know since I'm facing somewhat sideways, it might be a little hard to see my form. But if I show you my left side, then it's just totally wrong. So you have to imagine that both sides look like my right side. Do what I say, not what my left side is doing. "35 seconds to go." Remember, when that timer goes, we just continue the same 2 exercises, but we go up to 9 reps each before we switch. "10 seconds. 2, 1. Keep going. Just pick it up to 9 reps. All of a sudden, 9 reps feels like a lot. Strong through the center. On those flies, pull your belly button up towards your spine. Good. Weight in one hand on the side that's stepping back. Minute 30. One minute. Keep it going. You get a break at the end of this minute. "30 seconds. "15. 5 seconds. 2, 1. All right, that was our first superset. So we have 1 minute. Grab some water, and I'll walk you through our next exercises. So again, we start with 3 reps. Our single side is our first one this time. It's a half kneeling overhead press. I'm using a med ball, but you could just as easily hold both sides of a dumbbell. So from chest height, up overhead, back to chest height. You want to, on this one, squeeze your glutes. Work the muscles of the quads of the standing leg so that you're not arching your back. You press from chest height, straight up overhead. And then goblet squats. So hold that weight in hand, squat down. And again, we start with 3 repetitions. So on this single side, we're starting. You'll do 3 each side. Squeezing your glutes, working the muscles of your quads. And then goblet squats. Again, on those overhead presses, I want you to really focus on straightening and strength from the ground up. So really squeezing your glutes, working the muscles of your quads of that standing leg. If you relax and you reach up overhead, you'll feel your back playing along. I want everything from the waist down working so that your low back can't get involved. This is upper body, shoulders, and chest. We have just about a minute to go, and then we'll go up to 6 reps. Again, we're strong from the ground up with those overhead presses from chest height. Press up overhead. Less than 30 seconds, and then we increase our reps to 6 each. $15. Pick it up to 6 reps. Just keep going right where you were, but 6 reps of each now. Two minutes. don't know about you guys, but these overhead presses are starting to feel a lot heavier. Like, did I pick up a heavier ball? No. Minute 20. And we're still in the 6 rep. 9's gonna be tough. 1 minute to go. Five seconds. Thirty seconds to go. We have 3 more minutes before we break again, so if you need to take a second, get some water, you pace yourself. Two, 1, keep going, but increase your reps. 9 each now. Stay strong through your center on those overhead presses. Your arms are going to get tired. Your low back is going to try to be super helpful. Don't let it. Two minutes. Minute 35. Just about 1 minute to go. And then we rest. We'll go on to our next and last set. "35 seconds. You have 10 seconds to go. Keep pushing right to the end of the 10. You've got a minute rest at the end. 2, 1. All right, take a break, grab some water. I'll walk you through our last 2 exercises, which are all core. The first one is a plank from your elbows, and you're gonna do a leg lift. Again, we start 3 each side. Really working to keep your hips square to the floor. You're not opening out, you're just lifting up, tapping down. And then bottom loaded windmills. So weight in one hand, reach the other hand up, keep an eye on it. Drop that weight down to the inside of that same side foot, keeping an eye on your hand. Imagine you're balancing a tray or something in that top hand. Keep it up. Down on the floor, we've got about 5 seconds to go. That minute flies. 2, 1. Plank from the elbows, leg raises. Starting with 3 reps again. Hips square to the floor. Again, imagine you're holding a tray in that upper hand and try to keep it level. Plank, not pike, please. Start in the plank. Hips and shoulders should be level. Minute 32. Nice. I see some well-balanced trays. You look good. Keeping your eye on that top hand definitely helps. Plank, not pike. If your butt is up higher than your shoulders, then you're piking, not planking. If you can't do it while you're raising your foot, just hold in a plank and count yourself out, tapping 1, 2, 3, and then again. If you can't do it without raising your hips up in the air, just hold a plank. And we increase to 6 reps. Much better on those planks. On those planks, remember that it's not how fast you do them. I'd rather you slow them down or even just hold the plank. That one's work even while you're holding it. But trying not to pike your hips up in the air. Plank first, then toe taps. Minute 15 to go. Thirty seconds. Five. Keep going. Increase your reps to 9 each side. We have 3 minutes, that's it. Find your plank. Find your plank before you start tapping back. Good. 2 minutes. Minute 30. One minute to go. Good. Keep that hand up. We're not a tippy little teapot. Hand up the whole time. We're getting tired, I can tell. You're almost there. You have less than 30 seconds to go. Remember, you've got a tray full of something fragile, something spilly. Don't let it down. Find that plank. 10 seconds. Even if you just hold it. 3, 2, 1. And that's it. Nice work, everyone. Take a second. Grab some water. All right. Facebook, thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you take a couple of minutes to cool down, stretch out, get your heart rates down. And we'll see you again Thursday morning, 11 a.m. for Pilates. Thank you.